And you were also the first African-American athlete who was outspoken, who talked about stuff that really nobody was talking about in the 60s. Like, you were the first one.
Do you think that you will get some white kids to play basketball with Negro kids?
I think so. I don't see why not. My kids play with white kids, and nobody got hurt yet. Jackie Robinson was a hero to all of us.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know that I was pallbearer at Jackie Robinson's funeral. And I had enormous respect for him. But my attitude was that Jackie took us from point A to point B. And I want to go from point B to point C. It was my inheritance from Jackie to do things, to seize that opportunity. Go back to my childhood. When we first moved into the projects, my mother was unpacking, and I was sitting on the steps, and these 4 kids ran by, and one of them slapped me as he was going by. So I did what 9-year-old kids do. I went home and told my mother. I went upstairs and told my mother, that guy hit me. She grabbed the house keys and grabbed me, and we went all through the projects looking for those guys. And she said, these the guys? I said, yes, ma'am. Well, you're going to fight every one of them one at a time. It was 5 of them. I lost 3 and won 2. And so I'm going home crying, and she says, don't cry. You did what you had to do. You had to stand up for yourself.
And that lesson you just took through the 50s and 60s.
The things that I did was I never let anybody, as my mother used to call it, run over me.
I left the hotel and I went to a restaurant down the street. And the proprietor asked me what I wanted. I said, this is a restaurant, isn't it? I'd like to get something to eat. He told me no.
We played a game and we were booked to play a game in Lexington, Kentucky. Casey went down to the restaurant in the hotel we were staying, and they would not serve him. I decided, and the other guys decided to go along with me not to play. So I told Ray we were leaving. I said, because it's important to me that everybody everywhere knows that the black players decided they'll stand up for themselves.
And that was it?
Yeah. Although one of the newspapers in St. Louis wrote that the black players embarrassed the Celtics and they should be suspended and fined.